Hello, just another video to have a quick look through the GDA Ops in the game. There's 8 of them primarily in the game at the moment. Starting from the top, we've got Turning Up the Heat, Training Gain, Downtown Destruction, The Guardians of the Globe, Reanimate Rampage, This is Heavy, Everyone Who's Anyone in School's Out. These are the main 8 ones that probably don't plan on leaving the game anytime soon. And sometimes there's also event GDA Ops that come through. So at the moment we've got this high risk GDA alert which offers criminal characters, which is quite a handful at the time. But I just want to go through which ones you should be prioritizing first as to what they give you in resources and which ones you should really not bother with. So if you look at the top, you've got 5 pluses, and they are the different ones you can run. You can run 5 at the same time. The event doesn't count as one to run, so you can technically run 6 without buying the 6th slot. But in my personal opinion, your A team should always go on the event ones, because they usually give the best rewards and you want to get them as much as you can. As I mentioned, at the moment this event one that is going on now is handing out just criminals, which is pretty good for leveling up your criminal factions. In my opinion, the next one you should be looking at is This is Heavy. These offer green access cards which are used to leveling up events. So as you can see at the top, I've got 36k saved up in the moment. I've been prioritizing just leveling up This is Heavy non-stop, so I'm at rank 18 at the moment. I'm not far from 19. My working theory is that once you get this maxed out, you'll be able to level everything up a lot faster than it is. So your B team or your next set of strongest teams, if you just press autofill, it will just put in the strongest characters it can at that time. So B team, This is Heavy. Next one I'd advise running all the time is Downtown Destruction. This one gives you Hero Special XP, which is useful for taking up your characters every 20 levels, which at the moment I've noticed a lot of people, they're struggling to level up their characters, and this is the main thing that's holding them back. So have your next set of people constantly running this as well. Again, autofill your best characters as possible. Everything else after that is kind of flex. It's kind of between whatever you want. You'll notice at the top we've got the 2 This is Heavy and Downtown Destruction, but the event one doesn't actually show up. But after them 3, the rest of them you can kind of pick and choose however you want. So at the moment I'm trying to grind out as much hero XP as possible, so my next kind of team goes there. I'm also working on getting gear, so my next team's currently going there. There's also the others that I'm not really particularly fussed about. So Everyone Who's Anyone, that will give, if you look here you can see it gives you a bunch of artifact fragments. I'm not really too fussed about them at the moment because I grab a lot of them in the equipment shop, so I leave them. But if that's what you were primarily looking for, you can go for that one. There is also Reanimate Rampage and Turning Up the Heat. These are just quick 10-15 minute ones. I find Turning Up the Heat is a lot more successful, so I generally will run whoever's left over as much as I can. At the moment all my leveled up characters, I'm not really fussed about leveling up too many more, but I send basically whoever's left over to that one as well. And that's the main ones that I mainly run. The one that I have not mentioned yet though is School's Out. Now School's Out is a ticketed GDA Ops, so you can only run this 3 times a week and you get the tickets through the weekly missions. If I remember, it is 40, 80 and 100, so complete all of them, you should get all 3 runs per week. And the way School's Out works is every 35 waves you complete, you'll unlock a random hero, and there's been many ways to kind of maximize how to get that, because a big issue is just the animations between loading the next wave. And I did some testing today, and there's many things you can do. So the first thing you can do is simply watch the event. I'm not going to start it now, well I can't now anyway, but if you load up, we're going to load up here, Turning Up the Heat, you'll find that the waves will actually progress faster, because for some reason when you close the game it simulates it slower. I don't know how the game's coded, but it's just a weird thing that kind of works. The next thing you can do is turn off the auto attacks, which is here on the right. it's a big, as you see, it's a big animation and time waste. So while you're watching it, you don't want to have auto animations just wasting more of your time. And the final thing, which is still in great discussion about, is you using ranged heroes only. Um, if you go to the heroes tab, you can have a look at who's ranged and who's not. So for example here, Robot, he is a ranged hero. Invincible, he is a melee hero. Now the reason why you want to use a ranged hero is because they kind of don't have to move anywhere. One of the main animation time killers is the fact that they run forward, kill everything, then have to run back as well. Whereas the ranged people, they kind of just stand there, kill everyone, and not do anything. And at the moment, there's a good handful of ranged people. So we've got Aquarius, Isotope, Darkwing, Rex, Atom Eve as well. There's the new ranged Mauler. But there's two characters that stand out specifically, and that's Robot and Kursk, because they just stand there, they shoot. Some of the issues with the other ones is if they fly, they take a bit longer to come back down. Isotope, if you forget to turn off auto, he'll randomly teleport, which again is a time waster. Darkwing is a flyer. It's been seen that Aquarius and the minigun Mauler simply take a bit too long to attack, so they're just not doing anything, they're just standing there for aesthetics. But that's the main kind of things to focus on. The last run I did today with ranged only managed to get me up to wave 140 something, which is enough to get 4 characters, which I believe at the moment is the most that is achievable realistically in the state of the game. But yeah, that's just a quick run through on the GDA Ops. But you know, it's a video game. It just came out. I'm just a guy named Francis, and you know, I don't know. I don't make the game. So figure out yourself, learn yourself, and have a good day.